Hello there, Internet. I am your host, J-Man. I welcome you all to Let's Play Fire Emblem, the Blazing Sword. We left off, we were able to stop Nurgle's plan and saved all this Elibe from a giant dragon apocalypse. Now, you're probably wondering, J-Man, didn't you already beat this game a year ago? Yeah, well, yes, but actually no. You see, I only played the Ellenwood route. There are two routes. Once you beat the Ella route, there you unlock the Hector route. Hector mode. They pretty much tell the same story, and I won't skip any cutscenes, but Hector mode has a bit more content to it, and Hector's, of course, the main character. As we all know, Hector's the best lord in the game. Yeah, I had to beat the game again. Right. One year later. A month has passed since word came on Marcus Farias' appearance. Rumors speculated about Lycia. Head Ostia, Lord Uther, has paid no apparent interest. Marcus' younger brother is awed by the populace. He and Marcus Fry's son, Elwood, are close buddies. A hot-blooded youth, he cannot ignore his friend's plight. Marcus Ostia's younger brother Hector, he was a French general. A steel warrior to be feared. He passed years of intense limited strength. Chapter 11, Another Journey. On the road. Yeah, I think, I've come to think, if I remember correctly. Last year was when I first started Let's Playing this, and Danganronpa 2 was what I did. Brother! Brother, where is he? Where is he? He doesn't hit like that! Lord Hector, calm yourself. No, Oswin. Just move that day! That's enough, Hector, eh? What is the meaning of this, eh? You're not following well, latte. That is fair to Marcus for I. Oh, it's got to another time. I'm Ossia's fan. You're not like sort of ourselves. You're being funny to do so, latte. Yeah. 10 years doing this voice. I think it's understandable why I don't do it that much anymore. Let's see how I can find a good guess. Yeah, I kind of replace it with the Irish accent. What, Hector? Please watch your tone. It's good, Boston. Yeah, I don't know how long my throat can last. Matthew! Matthew! I'm right here, eh? You're not alright! Stop sucking like this. Yeah, I think only regret I have is I wish I started Let's Playing earlier, like... If only I got a good PC back then. Or a capture card. Oh wait, eh? I was just by, eh? Eh? As the Lord ordered. Travel lushes in your love and next, eh? I purchased some silence as well as God's bid, eh? Feast the third riches and vanish, eh? Thank you, latte! Try not to solve my brother quickly. I don't go through, eh? Like a fool, I imagined. I never want to smile at it. Alright, well... I don't trust him. Maybe I must come, latte. I have going though. You're not even Hollywood. I mean, I think I even damaged my throat when I did my, Where? Ah! Come on! I know you're here, laddie! Who are you? You don't speak. You don't have a mind. Move out of my way. I'll run through you, laddie. Whip. Yeah, but I mean, what BC? Yeah, nowhere. Everybody doing it, laddie. There's something wrong, eh? I gave you read, eh? Ah, yeah. I'll accept it, I guess. Yeah, it's just Nova Scotia. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what Nova Scotia is. It's apparently a lot of province of Canada that has a lot of Scottish people, apparently. I only been to West Canada, not East Canada, like... We would have been to HET. I'm sure Royal Guardsmen would have you eat us at... Never! I thought you said that. Anyway, let's go kick Kennedy. I mean, Fire Emblem Path of Rains came out on the 3DS, on the Nintendo Switch Online too. Right here. So, time to discuss units. First off is Hector. Hector is the main lord of this round. He only uses an axe, but he makes up for having a lot of strength and being just cool. And then we have Matthew. Matthew is a thief. Basically, these can pick locks and do all kinds of cool thiefy things and steal items. The downside is that they're very weak in combat and they die a lot. Yeah. If you already can't tell, it's been a long time since I last played Fire Emblem. And hey, we're getting a new one this year. And from visually, it's already a massive improvement over Engage. Like, yeah, it looks like they might be going down that path of multiple routes, like in Three Houses. And it's implied it might even be in the same universe. Like, and this isn't like the first time this has happened. I mean, Genealogy of Holy War, believe it or not, according to Shozo Kaga, it and Path of Radiant, it and the Tellius, I mean, it the Yugdrall games, which, if you don't know, are Genealogy Holy War and Thracia 666. Okay. Yeah, we only get 2 units right now. Don't worry, we will get more units later, especially a certain, So if you're wondering what's my deal... Yeah, I also recommend you try and level up your Lord as best you can, because the earlier games really like their early promotions for the Lords. We got there a Vulnerary. This is not a good start. Yeah, so if you don't know, Fire Emblem is known for its permadeath. Basically, if a unit dies, they're gone for good. Now, obviously, I'm playing this on the Switch on this. I'm playing the Switch version, which means I can rewind time. Woo! As I said, yeah, Fire Emblem's like my go-to fan base in 2016, like, mainly because school. Yeah, I went to school. I miss it. fact, this is like my first entry was Awakening. But... And of course, Fire Emblem would end up being a slippery slope to one of the closest friendships I ever had. Oh, hell no! Bitch. Whoopsie! Yeah, this is like my second game I played. I even got my coworker into this game for a brief time last year, but around the time I started playing the Elibe path. Tactical RPG of only just 3 paths. No time travel, no convoluted plot lines. Just being a tactical RPG. You have it up. Yeah, apparently this... Alright. You know what on the Saturday, don't you? You're too good, too professional. You're like I'm saying it's over there, laddie. If we don't know all on Hector, I feel like you is sticking on the country alone. Look how missing another turn. Nobody like tidy study. Got on that laddie. Oh look, what are you? I see, I'm as angry as I've ever been. You're not even as low, so got me down. I'm gonna die, laddie. So, if you're wondering what's the deal with the Scottish accent, it's something I kind of used to do a lot when I played tech-heavy games. However, while some, mainly the Canadian voice, stayed, probably because of throat issues, the Scottish voice retired, and the spiritual successor is the Irish one. Oh, glad we go through. We're both right, eh? Come along, we must fly, eh? The castle guard is on all the noise. You have to throw your latte. You know you're gonna happen, did you, latte? What else could I do, eh? Alright, so the Scottish voice was done because, so I never watched Everjack mainly because I wasn't allowed to watch Cartoon Network as a kid. I got really into fire. Like, there's a game called Cartoon Network Punch Time Explosion, and it's just a crappy little Smash clone. Both Cartoon Network characters. It had a decent story mode, which is way better than it should have been. Which is probably the only good thing I liked about that game. and a pretty funny narrator. But there was an episode where, in that game, the main character's the Scotsman from Samurai Jack is in the Wii version, and he basically when I first saw Hector, I was like, you cannot best me in combat. As for Matthew, well, I made him Canadian. Since he was like described a happy thief all the time. My first was describing like Blur from Transformers. If you don't know Transformers, Blur is a character from G1. That was known for having a very high-pitched, very fast-sounding voice. And if I'm correct, he's voiced by the Micro Machines guy. Yeah, I'm right. It's the Micro Machines guy. So I tried that, but I didn't think it was funny enough, so I just made him Canadian. And this began the Canadian Oscar meme. My lord, Marcus, it's old Hector. He's gone, isn't he, eh? Lord Uther, are you not well? Fine. I pass. Yeah. So as I said before, I already said before that I was utterly disappointed in Fire Emblem Engage. Like, multiple times. I think it might have been responsible for my Let's Play career, because I just, like, do not remember anything from that game. Like, I just didn't like the characters, I didn't like the story, and I thought the gameplay was just meh at best. And the character, as I said, the character designs were just way too colorful and light for Fire Emblem. And aside from Fagato, Yunaka, and Seedal, I could barely remember everybody. I mean, some guy, when I made some rant on Fire Emblem on the Super Sentai subreddit about how I hated how I made some jab that's alright. Hector leaves Ostia. He moves forward to Santa Ruz to meet with Elibe. That's what's possible. He encounters a group of serious garb. Alright, as I said. And get like I don't know why people compare them like this. Yes, Fire Emblem Gojuju is flawed, but I at least remember the main characters. Like, come on, Horeru, Rikuo. My boy Ryugi, Kijiro, Sumino, and Kamade. I mean, Kamade doesn't do shit! And I still remember him more. More than almost everybody from Engage. Like, look at Engage. Who could forget? Probably some of the most iconic characters in the franchise. Lord Hector, Elibe, Santa Luz is not far from here. So, it is for movements well. Let's go soft the water, don't let it. There you are, Hector. Oh, Dory. Stella? What are you doing in that thing? Let's see. Anything right here? I think she kind of looks like Kizuna. Kizuka. I want to go back too. No, did it all go let it? But Oswald's like told me it was like all right to come. Oswald? Yes, my lord. On Marquis's borders. Sarah and I will accompany you. Mostly me. Sarah's a bitch. On spoiler alert, we get a way better... Personally. Pah! Ridiculous nothing! I don't even bother with it, brother! No matter what you think, he's just worried about you, Lord Hector. You're the only family he has. I know. Hector, I'm here, it means me trouble to bite ye! Is that Hollywood? Alright, for business subject. What are you deciding that? What? Alright, do you think you are? This is Santa Cruz. There's occurred no affair of any foreign lordling. Hey, this clear of you. This is the man attacking us. We go laddie abide. Friend, laddie, what? Ah! Sorry, I'm in a hurry, laddie. Ew! That's terrible. I like low violence. Very nice, eh? Low blood fighter, eh? I cannot condone resorting to force so quickly. Just a bit later, latte. I'm passing out the dragons. I don't know what sound like a convenient excuse for more violence. Lost win! Yes, I'm coming. Matthew, bring that fellow along. What? I want to, like, go with you. Absolutely not. You're so stunned. Alright, so now we got some actual other units. We got a whole party down here, don't worry. First up is, of course, my man, Oswin. I love this guy. He's an armor knight. Okay, the class is called knight, but in Japan it's called armor knight, and to kind of avoid confusion with I don't know, I just like calling it, okay? This man is a god of a lance. Like, the only downside with him is that they're slow. They're also very weak against magic, and they have one less movement than other units. Aside from that, they're god. And then there's, unfortunately, Sarah. She's a cleric, she heals, but she's kind of a bitch. Don't worry, you get a much better cleric after this chapter. And recruiting her results in the actual best unit in the game. So now we have this other party. These were the main characters that we ran into. If he picked Eliwood's path. Let's go over Eliwood himself. He's meh lord. Like, he's not great, but at least he's not his son. Whoa, bear is a combat. I need to conceal it. I fought better. Alright, so this guy I'm recalling as is named Marcus. So Marcus is part of a Fire Emblem archetype called an Oife. In fact, he's the only. So in Fire Emblem, there's a term called a Jagan and an Oife. A Jagan is a paladin you get very long that starts out good, but has very poor growth rates and ends up being useless by the end of the game. But the Oifes are units that start out that also are great, but have some decent amount of strength that they're not completely useless. I don't really use Oifes very much. I mean, aside from maybe Frederick and Titania, I just stick to just using my normal units. Next up, we have Bartray and Dorcas. Dorcas, obligatory is I put poison in his button joke here. If you played this game, if you played Lynn's mode first, he'd probably be the strongest one. But Bartray, I actually recommend you use him for a bit, because he actually does get a recruitment, like a unit, very late in the game. And Rebecca. Wait, then there's Lowen. Oh yeah, better like do this like this, just to give you guys stats. Yeah, I know. Even though I let's play this game last year, I still think I should at least give you guys like proper stats, like their growth rates. Come think of that, I think I still have them on my computer. Lowen. Lowen is basically, he's Swedish. That's what we're gonna do for him. He also likes Shia LaBeouf. Don't ask. I'm not a big fan of this guy. I don't know, I just thought. And then there's Rebecca. She's a unit I like to call a Gordon. They're an archer. They get very early on, and they fucking suck. I've not really been a big fan of archers. But you get a much better archer later on, and... yeah, I think I was probably... if you already can't tell, I'm already, like, kind of a... I was something of a large ham back in high school. Like, when I got into Fire Emblem, I did the Hector... my school was reading... I was usually like the lead-in-law stuff, which might explain my ego. Okay, that's a bad first impression, but trust me. Trust me. Oswen is the second coming of Christ. But yeah. I'm not sure. Oh no. Ow, ow, ow. See right there. Again, what he lacks in speed, he makes up for it being God. Hallelujah! Holy shit. But yeah, as I said, a certain person I know of. Yeah, Elwood is pretty cool, I guess. I mean, Elwood does just have... because as we all know, Fire Emblem Lords all have the personality of a piece of wood. Except for Engage. Yeah, I remember back when I thought Shadow Dragon on the DS was the Fire Emblem I was going to hate the most. Boy, was I wrong. Yeah, I just thought the characters were flat and then the games... I mean, it's an NES game, but... I also just think the game was just... they just did some dumb shit I just didn't really like, didn't really like. Okay, there's a game... so... they had an artist. A very, very special artist. an artist that you might not know his name, but you know his work. The man's name is Masamune Shiro. He created he was the mangaka that's best known for creating a little franchise called Ghost in the Fucking Shell! Yes, one of the biggest pieces of science fiction. And last I checked, maybe it's just a Mandela effect, or me just hating the game back then, but they only let him work on just marketing material, if I'm correct. I think. He wasn't like the main artist. That's such a waste. Like, they got a man pretty much that has been a big impact on not just anime, even Western stuff. And they and they only let him like work on certain stuff. Yeah, his name's not well known, but still, it just baffles me. They wasted him with that, yet they were perfectly fine with a VTuber artist. Yeah, I said before, I keep ranting about it so many times. I do not like the art character designs in Engage all that much. I just thought they didn't look like Fire Emblem characters to me. They look like VTubers. Now, this might come up. Now, before you call me a hypocrite, because I am a VTuber, I should add. If you're curious of who the artist in Engage is, it's a woman named Mika Picasso. She is an artist that her well-known VTuber artist, best known for working on for being a designer for Bales and Hololive, who ironically has not played this game to my knowledge. But Kiara has. But as I said before, oh yes, the hand axe is useless. We have said Picasso. They did art for Fire Emblem. For Fire Emblem Heroes, which would have been fine, but you know what other VTuber artist? They got an artist that has since become a very The artist was Gallo. I don't know which person in the Hall Life that he designed for, even though I'm correctly graduated. Gallo was... Well, I don't want to say it because it is kind of a controversial subject. But let's just say he did a thing, and I don't want to elaborate further. The press found out about this, and he was rightfully scrubbed from the and all of his art for Fire Emblem Engage from Fire Emblem Heroes, which were all lolly girls, by the way. Curses! What are you working for? Let me show you what the boys doing. See, look, not a single dent. He is a god. Hello, what do you like that? Hector, what are you? Later. Right. But as I said, all the art that he made for Fire Emblem Engage Fire Emblem Fates. I mean, Heroes. God damn, I can't speak. Got removed from the game entirely, and this is just stuff that was like in the game from day one. So this isn't just something that was like happened recently. No. This is stuff that happened like when the game first came out. That art got removed. Oh, I was so nervous. That art got removed the minute the word of Gao's actions caught wind, and As of right now, to my knowledge, the art has yet to be replaced, but hopefully an actual good artist will do it. Like, again, Again, Nintendo, please don't hire VTuber artists for Fire Emblem from now on. I mean, recently, apparently, Mika had dinner with the Fire Emblem devs. Please don't do what I think you're doing, okay? If not, Dark Deity it is. What are you doing here? How do you mean? Well, looking for your father, aren't you? Said word. Yeah, but just Marcus Ostia. He's very busy with court counsel. Or there must be help support after all. You know us, but don't you? Yeah, well met, Lord Elwood. Lord Arthur's worried about. Matthew, did you hear what he said earlier about you? Me? I don't talk about you, Hector, why don't you introduce this? The bitch is Sarah. Even not, she's a cleric, unfortunately. I am Lord Caesar, my lord. Nice to meet you. Not Matthew! He does! Not to stick it out. He's the careful to make a sound. Shh. Don't touch it! Lord E! I had a river open door, Jesus touch. I got the good thinker. Sounds like a thief's work. I love him. Yeah, I got really into Fire Emblem. Yeah, I mainly played Fire Emblem a lot in high school since back then I didn't really like bringing my phone to school back in the day until like near the end of my senior year. So I started playing on my 3DS to pass the time. Even after Switch came out, like this was like 2017-ish. Switch was just barely out the door. If I may. Marcus! Good to see you, laddie! Lord Elibe, it's been a long time, Father heard. Your assistance is greatly appreciated. Now, Marcus, for the... Yo, Jeremy. What is it? Am I right? Something about... Oh, this is Jeremy. Yeah, sorry about noises. I make noises a lot. I had hiccups. Oh, yeah, Vinny. Oh, my secret video? Yeah, it's true. My guys are coming videos about the Rudy. I also lost you. Yeah, apparently, if I'm correct, you can't just go to Lynn's story there, because, fun fact, in Japan, if you had a copy of Binding Blade, you actually get if you connect your copy to Binding Blade and Blazing Sword, you can actually skip Lynn's tutorial, but, since that game didn't come out here, and since this was pretty much made to try and get English-speaking fans into the franchise... There. Yee! Jerry's like really good. It's been like a far long. Like this thing, don't you? No! Again, she's a bitch. Hyoko before Hyoko. Well, done to end the episode right here. I think I spent too much babbling. Like, subscribe, see ya.